Imagine a massive island civilization, one so advanced that it had towering structures, sophisticated technology, and knowledge beyond anything we can comprehend. Now imagine it disappearing overnight, vanishing beneath the waves as if it never existed. This is the legend of Atlantis. Some say it was just a myth, a story crafted by the Greek philosopher Plato, but others believe Atlantis was real. And perhaps it wasn't even human. Could Atlantis have been an extraterrestrial colony, an outpost of advanced alien beings who once walked the Earth? The idea might sound like science fiction, but when we dig deeper, the evidence starts to paint a different picture. From ancient texts describing godlike visitors to mysterious underwater structures that defy explanation, the lost city of Atlantis remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. Was it an advanced human civilization that was wiped out? Or did something not of this world have a hand in its fate? Stay with me, because by the end of this video you might start questioning everything we know about our past, the origins of Atlantis, a myth, or something more? The legend of Atlantis comes from the writings of Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher. Around 360 BCE, he described a vast island nation beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was a mighty empire with incredible engineering, powerful naval forces, and knowledge that surpassed all other civilizations. He claimed that Atlantis was destroyed in a cataclysmic event, sinking beneath the ocean around 9,000 years before his time. Now, skeptics argue that Atlantis was merely a philosophical allegory, Plato's way of warning against human greed and corruption. But others point to historical and geological evidence suggesting that a real place may have inspired his story. Some researchers believe Atlantis could have been based on ancient lost civilizations like the Minoans of Crete or the mysterious structures found off the coast of Japan in Yonaguni. But what if the true origins of Atlantis go beyond our world? One of the most intriguing aspects of Atlantis is its supposed technological advancements. According to Plato, the Atlanteans possessed knowledge and abilities far ahead of their time. Their structures were said to be made of a mysterious metal called orichalcum, something unlike anything we know today. They had vast energy sources, an advanced understanding of the cosmos, and possibly even aerial vehicles. Where did this knowledge come from? Some researchers suggest that it may not have been developed by humans at all, but instead handed down by extraterrestrial visitors. And here's where things get even stranger. Many ancient cultures have legends of powerful, otherworldly beings who descended from the skies and guided early human civilizations. The Sumerians spoke of the Anunnaki, beings who supposedly came from another planet and brought wisdom to Earth. The Mayans and Egyptians built massive pyramids aligned with celestial bodies, hinting at an understanding of astronomy far beyond their time. Could Atlantis have been another one of these civilizations, one that had direct contact with alien beings? Even more mysteriously, many ancient texts describe a great flood or catastrophe that wiped out entire civilizations. From the biblical story of Noah to Hindu legends of a massive deluge, there's a recurring theme of advanced societies being destroyed in a sudden and unexplained manner. If Atlantis was indeed an alien colony, could it have been deliberately erased, either by natural disaster, human warfare, or something far more sinister? Atlantis has always been described as an island, but what if we've been looking in the wrong place? What if it was not a landmass in our traditional sense, but rather a floating or hidden city, one that existed beyond our current understanding of physics? Some alternative theorists suggest that Atlantis could have been a spaceport, or even a submerged base that only became visible when sea levels changed. And that brings us to the real question. If Atlantis was connected to extraterrestrial life, what happened to it? Did these advanced beings leave Earth before disaster struck? Or is it possible that they never really left, and that remnants of Atlantis still exist beneath the ocean, waiting to be discovered? Atlantis and the alien connection. Unraveling the clues of Atlantis was merely a human civilization. How do we explain the countless anomalies linked to its legend? Unexplained artifacts, advanced engineering feats, and eerie similarities between ancient cultures across the world. These all hint at something more than just an advanced human society lost to time. Could it be that Atlantis was a colony established by extraterrestrials? Let's dig deeper into the evidence that challenges everything we think we know. Strange artifacts and advanced knowledge. One of the most baffling aspects of Atlantis is its supposed technological superiority. Plato described it as a utopia filled with grand palaces, intricate canals, and an energy system that powered the entire city. Some researchers believe this could indicate knowledge of electricity or other advanced energy sources long before humanity officially discovered them. But how could an ancient civilization have harnessed such power? One theory suggests that the mysterious metal orichalcum, frequently mentioned in Atlantis lore, wasn't just a symbolic material, it was something real, possibly an advanced superconductive alloy with unknown properties. In 2015, archaeologists discovered ingots of a strange red-gold metal off the coast of Sicily, which they believed might be linked to Atlantis. This discovery reignited the debate. Was Atlantis using an alien-derived technology, something beyond our modern understanding? Another bizarre connection is the similarity between ancient structures found across the world. The pyramids of Egypt, the stepped temples of the Mayans, the megalithic ruins of Pumapunku in Bolivia, all share eerily precise construction techniques and astronomical alignments. These sites were built thousands of miles apart, yet they follow the same mathematical principles and engineering precision. Some believe this points to a shared knowledge, but where did this knowledge originate? Could Atlantis have been the link, an ancient hub where extraterrestrials passed down secrets that later spread across different civilizations? Underwater anomalies, traces of a lost world. If Atlantis was real, shouldn't we have found evidence of it beneath the ocean? Actually, we may have. Over the decades, explorers have uncovered massive underwater structures that defy conventional explanations. One of the most famous discoveries is the Bimini Road, an underwater rock formation near the Bahamas. It consists of large, flat stones, arranged in a precise road-like pattern. Some researchers believe it's a natural formation, but others argue that it bears the marks of intelligent design, possibly remnants of an ancient, advanced civilization. Even more intriguing, the Bimini Road sits near the Bermuda Triangle, an area notorious for strange disappearances, electromagnetic anomalies, and unexplained phenomena. Could this region hold the last traces of Atlantis, or was it once a location of extraterrestrial activity? Another mysterious underwater site is the Yonaguni Monument, a massive submerged structure off the coast of Japan. It features what appear to be staircases, platforms, and geometric carvings, yet mainstream archaeologists hesitate to call it man-made. If it is artificial, then it dates back to a time when, according to history, no civilization capable of such engineering should have existed. If we assume Atlantis had alien origins, could Yonaguni be another lost outpost, evidence of an ancient world far more advanced than we've been led to believe? Ancient astronauts and the gods of Atlantis. The idea of extraterrestrials influencing early human civilizations isn't new. Many ancient cultures have myths about gods descending from the sky, bringing knowledge and power to humanity. These sky gods are strikingly similar across different civilizations. The Sumerians spoke of the Anunnaki, beings who came from the stars and shaped human destiny. The Dogon tribe of Africa has legends about celestial beings from the Sirius star system, who imparted advanced knowledge of astronomy long before modern science confirmed it. But what if these weren't gods at all? What if they were extraterrestrials, and Atlantis was one of their most significant colonies on Earth? Some researchers believe that these beings may have interacted with early humans, guiding them, teaching them, and possibly even genetically altering them to create a more advanced species. Could Atlantis have been a central hub in this cosmic experiment? Another compelling piece of evidence comes from ancient Indian texts, the Vedas. These sacred writings describe flying machines called vimanas, capable of incredible speeds, interstellar travel, and even warfare. The Mahabharata, one of India's greatest epics, describes a war between godlike beings involving celestial weapons that sound eerily similar to modern nuclear explosions. Could it be that Atlantis also possessed this type of technology, and that its downfall was the result of a catastrophic war fought with extraterrestrial weapons? The cataclysm, a natural disaster, or a deliberate destruction? Plato claimed that Atlantis was destroyed in a single night by violent earthquakes and floods. Many ancient cultures have flood myths: Noah's Ark in the Bible, the Great Deluge in Sumerian texts, the Hindu story of Manu, all describing a global disaster wiping out entire civilizations. Could this be a coincidence? Some scientists suggest that a comet impact or volcanic eruption could have triggered a rapid sinking of land masses, much like what happened to the Indonesian island of Krakatoa in 1883. Others propose a more chilling theory: Atlantis was deliberately destroyed. If Atlantis was indeed an alien colony, could it have been wiped out to erase evidence of extraterrestrial interference? Maybe they abandoned Earth, leaving behind only traces of their existence. Or maybe is they're still here, hidden in the depths of our oceans, watching from the shadows. The more we investigate Atlantis, the more the lines between history, mythology, and science begin to blur. But there's still more to uncover. Could modern governments know more than they're telling us? Could today's technological breakthroughs be rediscoveries of what the Atlanteans once had? And most importantly, what if Atlantis was never lost, just hidden knowledge and modern connections? Is Atlantis still influencing us? If Atlantis was indeed a hub of advanced knowledge, whether of human or extraterrestrial origin, could its secrets still be shaping our world today? What if its technology, wisdom, and lost history are not entirely gone, but hidden in plain sight? Some researchers believe that traces of Atlantean knowledge still influence modern science, secret societies, and even classified government projects. But how much of this is speculation, and how much is grounded in real evidence? The mystery of sacred geometry and Atlantean engineering. One of the strangest links between Atlantis and modern civilization lies in sacred geometry, the mathematical patterns found in nature, ancient structures, and even our DNA. The golden ratio F and Fibonacci sequence appear in ancient architectural wonders, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, Stonehenge, and Mayan temples. Many believe the Atlanteans mastered this knowledge long before recorded history, and that remnants of their advanced mathematical understanding still shape our world today. Plato described Atlantis as a meticulously planned city, structured in concentric rings with a central temple dedicated to the god Poseidon. Interestingly, similar circular city designs appear in various ancient cultures, from the ruins of Caral Super in Peru to the ancient city of Dolavira in India. Even modern city planning adopts circular layouts. Some researchers claim that Washington, D.C.'s design, with its geometric alignments and Masonic influences, could be an echo of Atlantean principles. Could it be that remnants of Atlantean knowledge survived through secret societies, passed down across generations? Secret societies and the search for Atlantean knowledge. Speaking of secret societies, many of history's most influential organizations have been obsessed with Atlantis. The Freemasons, the Rosicrucians, and even the Nazis under Hitler's Ahnenerbe ancestral heritage research all sought evidence of a lost super-civilization. But why? What did they hope to find? Freemasonic texts reference Atlantis as the source of ancient wisdom, suggesting that its knowledge was passed down through mystery schools in Egypt and Greece. Some believe that this wisdom, including architectural mastery, sacred geometry, and possibly even hidden energy sources, was safeguarded by these societies, influencing Renaissance thinkers like Leonardo da Vinci and Isaac Newton. Could the pursuit of Atlantean knowledge be the key to unlocking secrets of free energy, anti-gravity, or even interstellar travel? Even more intriguing, during World War II, the Nazis sent expeditions to Tibet, Antarctica, and South America, believing that Atlantis or its descendants could still be found. Some theories suggest that after Atlantis's destruction, its survivors scattered across the globe, forming civilizations that carried fragments of their lost knowledge. Could places like Shambhala, Agartha, or the lost cities of the Amazon be remnants of this Atlantean diaspora? Atlantis, Antarctica, and hidden bases. One of the most controversial theories about Atlantis is that it wasn't destroyed. It's simply buried beneath ice. The Piri-Reis map, a 16th century map based on ancient sources, depicts Antarctica without ice, suggesting that someone charted it before the continent was frozen over. Could this mean that Atlantis was actually located in Antarctica, its ruins, now hidden beneath miles of ice? In recent years, satellite images and seismic scans have revealed massive structures beneath the Antarctic ice sheet. Some researchers claim that these are megalithic ruins, while others believe they could be underground bases linked to secret military and extraterrestrial operations. Whistleblowers from classified government projects have even claimed that Antarctica is home to ancient alien technology, possibly remnants of an advanced civilization that predated humanity. Could this be why world governments have such strict control over Antarctica? The Antarctic Treaty, signed by multiple nations, forbids any unauthorized exploration beyond a certain point. Why such secrecy over a desolate, frozen wasteland? Unless there's something they don't want the public to see. Did Atlantis possess alien technology? If Atlantis had extraterrestrial origins, could it have been home to technology far beyond our modern understanding? Ancient texts describe powerful energy weapons, flying machines, and immense crystal structures capable of generating and storing vast amounts of power. Plato's accounts of Atlantis mention a great central temple with a massive crystal, which some theorists interpret as an advanced power source, possibly similar to the mythical Ark of the Covenant or the Tesla coil. Could the Atlanteans have harnessed a form of wireless energy similar to what Nikola Tesla experimented with in the early 20th century? Tesla himself believed that the Earth could be used as a conductor for limitless energy, an idea eerily similar to what some Atlantean theories propose. Even more shocking, some UFO researchers claim that recovered alien spacecraft, like those allegedly studied at Area 51, use a gravity-defying propulsion system, possibly the same kind of technology that Atlantis once possessed. What if modern governments are not discovering new technologies, but rather reverse engineering lost Atlantean knowledge? Are the Atlanteans still among us? One of the most mind-bending possibilities is that the Atlanteans never disappeared. They simply left. Some believe that Atlantis was not just a human civilization, but an extraterrestrial colony, one that withdrew from Earth after a catastrophic event, leaving behind only ruins and myths. Ancient texts from Sumer, India, and even Native American tribes speak of gods who left Earth with a promise to return. Could these stories be referring to Atlanteans? If they were not gods but highly advanced beings, either extraterrestrials or hybrid humans, then perhaps they still exist somewhere in the cosmos, or even beneath our oceans. There have been countless reports of USOs, unidentified submerged objects, UFOs that emerge from the ocean at impossible speeds. Some researchers speculate that these could be Atlantean remnants, operating from hidden bases deep in the ocean trenches. Could it be that Atlantis was not just a city, but an entire underwater civilization, one that still watches us from the depths? The final piece of the puzzle. We have explored the possibility that Atlantis was more than just a myth, its potential connections to alien civilizations, hidden knowledge, secret societies, and modern government projects. But the biggest question remains. What happened to Atlantis? Was it truly destroyed, or does it still exist in some form? If it was an extraterrestrial outpost, did its inhabitants leave Earth? Or do they still walk among us? And perhaps the most unsettling thought, what if Atlantis was a warning? A glimpse into the rise and fall of a civilization that reached unimaginable heights, only to be lost forever? In the next and final section, we will explore the consequences of Atlantis's fall, how its knowledge could change the world if rediscovered, and whether modern governments are keeping the truth hidden from us. Could we be on the verge of uncovering secrets that will reshape human history, the lost knowledge of Atlantis, hidden truth or suppressed reality? If Atlantis was once home to a civilization far beyond our current understanding, What would happen if we rediscovered its secrets? Would it usher in a new golden age of science, free energy, and interstellar travel? Or how would those in power suppress it to maintain control? Throughout history, countless discoveries have been hidden, lost, or outright destroyed. The burning of the Library of Alexandria, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla, and the secrecy surrounding black-budget military projects all suggest that when certain knowledge threatens the status quo, it is buried, sometimes literally. Could the truth about Atlantis be one of those suppressed secrets? What if Atlantis had free energy? One of the most debated aspects of Atlantis is whether its people had access to a free, limitless energy source. Many ancient cultures reference crystal technology, and Plato himself described a massive crystal structure at the heart of the Atlantean capital. Some researchers believe that these crystals were capable of generating wireless energy, much like Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower. If this knowledge existed, modern governments would have every reason to keep it hidden. Imagine a world where energy was abundant and free, no need for fossil fuels, no corporate monopolies, and no dependence on centralized power grids. The economic and political structures that dominate the modern world would collapse overnight. Could this be why certain discoveries, like Tesla's work on wireless electricity, were shut down? What if he was simply recreating something that had existed in Atlantis, the truth beneath the oceans? Are we close to discovering Atlantis? With modern technology, we are now closer than ever to finding evidence of Atlantis. Deep-sea scanning, satellite imaging, and ground-penetrating radar have already uncovered massive underwater structures in places like the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, and Antarctica. In 2001, researchers using sonar technology discovered an enormous grid-like structure deep in the waters off the coast of Cuba. The formations resembled roads and buildings, leading some to speculate that it could be a lost city, possibly even Atlantis. Similarly, Japan's Yonaguni Monument, an underwater megalithic structure with clear geometric shapes and stair-like formations, remains one of the greatest mysteries of modern archaeology. Could these sites be remnants of Atlantis, or one of its outposts? Even more intriguing, some whistleblowers have claimed that advanced underwater bases exist, operated by either secret military programs or non-human entities. If Atlantis was once an extraterrestrial outpost, could it still be functioning beneath our oceans? Ancient myths and modern UFO sightings, a connection. Many ancient texts describe gods or sky beings who once lived among humans before vanishing. The Sumerian tablets speak of the Anunnaki, the Hopi legends tell of the Ant People, and the Indian epics describe flying vimanas, highly advanced aerial craft. If Atlantis was an alien colony, could these stories be fragmented memories of an advanced civilization that left Earth? In recent years, the connection between ancient civilizations and UFO phenomena has gained attention. The U.S. Pentagon has confirmed the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, and leaked footage shows objects moving at speeds and angles beyond human capability. If these crafts have been visiting Earth for thousands of years, is it possible that they are linked to Atlantis? Perhaps the lost city was not just an island. It was an entire network of civilizations spanning the oceans and even the stars. A lost warning. Did Atlantis destroy itself? Plato's account of Atlantis describes how the civilization fell due to its own corruption and arrogance. The Atlanteans, once noble and wise, became obsessed with power, waged wars, and misused their technology. In the end, a cataclysmic disaster wiped them from the earth. Does this sound familiar? Today we are facing climate change, nuclear threats, and rapid AI advancements, all potential self-destructive forces. Could Atlantis be a warning, a message from the past about what happens when a civilization outgrows its wisdom? Many believe that history is cyclical, that great civilizations rise, reach their peak, and then fall, only for humanity to start over again. What if we are approaching the same turning point that led to Atlantis's destruction? Final question. Are we the new Atlanteans? What if the real mystery of Atlantis isn't about where it was, but about who we are? What if our modern civilization is simply the latest attempt to rebuild what was lost? Perhaps the secrets of Atlantis live within us, buried deep in our DNA, waiting to be remembered. Maybe, just maybe, the lost civilization of Atlantis was never lost at all. Maybe we are its descendants, and the choices we make now will determine whether we suffer the same fate or finally break the cycle. What do you think? Is Atlantis just a legend, or is there a deeper truth hiding in plain sight? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more mind-blowing mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.